Namaste to everyone, and welcome. Today, I would like to proceed this program with a different note, since there are so many questions, and one fundamental question has been raised, and that needs a lot of clarification before we take this program any further. It made me think that people, of course, do need to understand the difference between the traditional chakra system and how it is different from heartfulness or Sahajmarg way of expressing chakra system. So there is a question, very nice question from Srimati Madhu Kakkar, Center, Ganganagar, Rajasthan. She asks, what is the difference between the point system you explained and the traditional chakra system? So far we had dealt with this system of chakras starting from the heart. That does not mean that the other three lower chakras are absent. They are very much there. The 7 chakra system which is prevalent in our yoga traditions, they are very much valid, they are very much there. And this is how we understand, starting with Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Nabhi Chakra, then Hridaya Chakra. Then comes our Kanta Chakra, then this Trikuti. So that is 6th, and the 7th will be our Sahasradal Kamal. These lower 3 chakras are common to all of us, including the animal kingdom, such as elephants would have it, donkey would have it, dogs would have it, to a varying degree of expressing their consciousness, like affection showered by a dog. It is also due to some level of awakening of the heart chakra. Horses, they reciprocate, resonate with our affection towards them. But they do not have a fully awakened chakra system, especially that of the heart. We all, as I said, share lower 3 chakras with the animal kingdom. What makes human being different is the quality of the heart chakra. Going further, as we have described last time, that the heart chakra is not just one star, but it's a multiple. It's a combination of so many stars, making it a Hridaya constellation or a heart constellation within this chest area. And it is mainly made up of these 5 Panchabhutas. Even the lower 3 chakras, they do represent in a varying proportion Panchabhutas. For example, Muladhara is mainly all about earth element. Muladhara means fundamental support. Without it, nothing can exist. No human being can survive. So it's very requisite center. Now going beyond Kanta Chakra, further up Agya Chakra, and going up to Sahasradal Kamal. It's a traditional way of looking at it, but as we, as the yogis or the practitioner of yoga, when you are guided properly by a yogi of caliber, then you will see, you will experience that even at each individual chakra, for example, heart chakra or the Atma chakra or the fire point or water point, there is expansion ad infinitum. And without Guru's help, one may go on expanding at one particular chakra without coming out of that expansion. And this is what we call Avadhuta state. In Avadhuta state, you go on expanding and expanding in one particular level of one chakra only. This is what we call that you are trapped in a vortex and are not able to come out of it. You need external force, external power to get us out of that whirlpool that has trapped you and made you a kind of avduta. Now, what is so different beyond this Trikuti? Once we cross these 5 fundamental chakras in the heart region is all about these opposites. These Panchabhutas play a kind of a beautiful game, positive as well as negative, depending on our intentions. Just as we talked about 5 C's representing each chakra, contentment at the heart chakra, Atma chakra representing calmness, fire point representing compassion and care, 4th one, water point, water chakra, it is all about courage, and this is all about clarity. Visuddhi chakra is all about clarity. Now, does that mean that only these qualities manifest? No. It also includes a wide spectrum of its opposite. So there is a swing, the whole spectrum between clarity and lack of it. Means total ignorance also is possible. Likewise, between compassion and passion, between contentment and restlessness, between calmness and lack of that, between courage and fear. Now, what happens that if you all of a sudden develop so much of courage, will you still have similar amount of discrimination or clarity? It is doubtful. Imagine a politician or a thief with a fully awakened 4th chakra. We describe it as Jala chakra, where there is so much of courage. So yoga is not here to make Ravanas out of all of us. Yoga is there to make us a balanced human being. There should be moderation, see, between all these opposites. But eventually, when we transcend even beyond this moderation, that's a beautiful state, very difficult to describe in words. When we transcend these 5, the opposites of Panchabhutas, then we somehow inherit the knowledge and experience beyond Trikuti. Under this Sahajmarg tradition, we do not meditate on Trikuti because it is all about power games. Lord Krishna, of course, did once advise Arjuna to meditate on this Agya Chakra, Trikuti, because that was the need of the hour, power. He needed that to fight out that battle. But we are not here in a war zone. We are here endowed with a family life where what matters is bhakti, what matters is love, what matters is compassion, what matters is contentment. So, it's all about the heart. I will explain to you why heart is taken as a place where we focus our attention towards it. But let's tackle this question that has been asked by Sister Madhu, that besides all this, as we move on, there are points between Trikuti and Sahasradal Kaul, which are, let's see for our understanding, this is number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and after 10th, so between 10th and 11th, there is Sahasradal Kamal. Sahasradal Kamal is something about Sat-Chit Anand state. Under heartfulness way of practice, we do not touch that at all. And the points I mentioned to you, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they are very significant points, each with a very, very particular state, with a very specific spiritual condition. We don't touch SDK or Sahasradal Kamal because as soon as we arrive at Sahasradal Kamal, we are engulfed by absolute bliss. There is so much of bliss, it's difficult to get out of that trap. And yogi remains there forever. That can become unfortunate, that yoga that was to free you from all these things, even from bliss, now you are trapped by bliss itself. You have to go beyond all this, transcend all kinds of qualities and experiences. I'll share with you how to actually figure out where these chakras are in our this area, head area, or the head region. So for our simple understanding, we can say 3 chakras below the heart. Okay. Then beginning with the heart, we're going up to here, up to 5th, up to Visuddhi chakra. It's a lot or a share of humans. Going above it, it's all cosmic region or Brahman Mandal. And after Brahman Mandal will come Para Brahman Mandal. We cross all those things. And having traveled experientially all these things, we go beyond that and arrive at a state which was enjoyed by Lord Hanuman. That his state somehow depicts or somehow reminds us of that particular spiritual atmosphere prevailing on the 9th chakra. It is all about humility. Hanuman. Name itself conveys that a person who does not care about honor and respect. Man means that, honor and respect. Hanu means without. So when one arrives in one's spiritual journey on the 9th chakra, will automatically develop this quality of utter humility, arising out of absolute surrender to Lord. And that's where this state of prapanna begins, state of submission, saranagati bhav develops in our heart. And then what happens next is, as we move on into this godly kingdom, naturally you also feel and start imbibing godly qualities, and you feel there is humanity in me, at the same time there is godliness in me. See? So there is a mixture of prapanna state as well as prabhutva state. So there is a tug war between these two conditions. And when we arrive next at 11th chakra, we do feel prominently the feeling of prabhutva within us, where you transcend all the qualities that one talks about as a devotee. For example, saranagati, love, compassion. You have transcended all these things, including even anandam. See, it is easy to detach yourself from worldly possessions when they are not so sweet. Even when they are so sweet, it's still easier than to get rid of the permanent bliss that one enjoys at Sahasradal Kamal. It's a final trap. And if you can pass that test, you can move on to a godly region, arriving at Satyapad. And it is the finest research of my Guruji Maharaj, where he found the area called Central Region. And it happens only because of God's grace, that when a devotee under absolute saranagati feels helpless without God, he doesn't even worry about adhyatmic or spiritual progress. He is most absorbed in ultimate remembrance. then the God Himself takes upon the responsibility of spiritual growth of such a soul and takes that individual further beyond what we call Brahmarandra Chakra, which is number 12. It is through this Brahmarandra that finally the soul escapes at the moment of death in case of those individuals who have attained liberation during their lifetime. Sadeha Mukti, as we call in our tradition. At the same time, after the conception, when this 12th chakra or Brahmarandra is properly formed, it is through this Brahmarandra that the soul enters our body and settles in the heart. Going beyond is number 13 chakra. We describe under heartfulness tradition as the center, the origin of everything. It is also the place where from all the godly commands descend in our heart. And if you like to explore this further, either you want to read book, I would highly recommend you this particular book called Towards Infinity by Sri Ramchandra, where he has depicted various spiritual states experienced by sadhaka as one moves from first to the 13th point. So welcome to this very enchanting journey. Under heartfulness, through this pranavati, you will experience the ever-changing spiritual states day after day. Of course, one has to be fully disciplined in order to practice this. We start with 10-15 minutes of meditation, increase it little by little to 1 hour, but no more than an hour in the morning. And later on, also include another practice offered by heartfulness we call cleaning. Cleaning is all about removing our impurities which are settled in our consciousness. The method is also taught to all sadhakas. And like any tradition, one has to be initiated into the system before one can really apply these methodologies to really make it effective. You can practice. I have demonstrated all those methodologies via YouTube videos, but there are master classes on them. But it would be best if you undertake this journey under the guidance of a proper trainer. There are more than 14,000 trainers worldwide. You can make use of these trainers. See you. Thank you.